Hello, everybody. I am Dead Planic, and well, we're back with more Battlefront 2. Actually, believe it or not, uh, Battlefront 2 was actually the. Let me just do my options here. Yeah, Battlefront 2 on PC was actually the first set of videos that I actually ever did, but I'm doing it on the Xbox, and because of that. This version of BF2 actually includes 4 DLC maps and 2 DLC heroes that came free with the game, which is great. And actually, I'm pretty sure, actually no, absolutely sure that this map, Bespin, it's actually in BF1. And then the 2 Renvar oh man, I am low. One more hit, and there we go. The 2 Renvar maps are from Battlefront 1, but the only map that isn't is Yavin Arena. And actually, believe it or not, if I remember correctly, this map actually has the carbon freezing chamber. And this is kind of just me kind of just ranting about, you know, how much I love this game, how much... It was actually cheap when I got it. It was like $5 on the Xbox store, which is great. And this was actually... This game came out for PS2, the original Xbox, and PC. But the PS2 version does not have the upscaled resolution. And the PC version has problems of its own, but that's not really the point. And I actually prefer this version, even though I do play the PC version quite a bit. This is the actual version that I'm starting to, you know, warm up to. What the hell? Seriously? And it just goes to show you how much I really suck with this, with marksman as being a sniper. So yeah, the 4 maps that or 5 maps, sorry, we're gonna be playing are, and I just died again, fuck. The maps we're gonna be playing for this kind of long play, you could say, is, well, Bespin, we have Death Star, I believe we also have Kashyyk and Tantive IV. I know, and I think Hoth Hunt.
Watch your fire.
There we go. The funny thing is that even for this version, which kind of incorporates a lot of BF1 elements, they still have they still have it where the heroes come in and they can mess you up pretty badly.
On the sides.
Actually, the 2 DLC heroes are actually Kit Fisto and Asajj Ventress. However, Ventress, instead of having the twin lightsabers, much like Aayla Secura in this game, actually has lightsaber nunchucks. It's about as impractical as you think.
Yeah, that armor works real well, dude.
I generally try not to play Assault on when I'm doing playthroughs this because it's really painful because of how long the healing takes. which absolutely pisses me off. Although I do admit, I do like assault, but sometimes you just need to like, you need to stay, especially on Mos Eisley. But I believe most of the maps in this game specifically are able to play assault, which I didn't know about.
Boy.
And honestly,
They've already lost. They just don't know it.
sometimes I just try to like, I don't like playing heroes all the time because basically I feel sometimes the heroes can be really broken at times, and that's saying something. Considering BF2 or new BF2's emphasis on the heroes, which is already which has its own fair share of problems, but at least they've maintained a few of the aspects from this game. Whether or not that's a good or bad thing, I don't know. Eh, there's only 4 guys left, thank God. And I just died again. Lovely. The only unit for rebels I really don't like is the Boston Spy for some reason. Oh.
We control the command post. Enemy reinforcements are declining.
And then for
control the command post. They're losing reinforcements.
For Republic, I think my least favorite would probably either have to be. I'm kind of tied between Clone Commander and Jet Trooper because they're very useful. And with that, we have scored our first victory. Yay! I miss the days when they had like they could show your stats at the end of a game, which a lot of games don't do nowadays. Which is unfortunate, but and now we're on to Death Star. Oh, I love this map. Last time I played this map, I fell into the endless pit. And I think I got pushed into the pit. Or when I tried to jump. Oh, thank you, Goat. I needed the regeneration.
Imperial officer, take him out!
Oh, I killed one of my own guys. Oh well.
We've gained a command post. Enemy reinforcements are declining.
God damn it, they get in the way all the damn time. What I actually find funny, or actually quite interesting, is that they incorporated a lot of the stuff from the movies into this game, like in terms of the maps. Like, for example, as we'll see later.
Yeah.
we'll see it later, but
Keep losing command post.
you can actually, like, go into the garbage chute. And here it is. Into the garbage chute, flyboy.
We control the command post. Hostile reinforcements are dropping.
Oh my god, they actually followed me in here. I can't believe they did that. You idiots. Let's just wait for this thing to heal us. I also find it hilarious that the ammo pickups look like milk cartons. As I was saying, okay, so for CIS, I would say my least favorite is probably have to be the Dreitica, because you're really vulnerable while you're in ball mode. Which is the one where you're not deployed and you don't have your shield up. And then for Imperials, I would say... Actually, I would say that my least favorite probably have to be the Dark Trooper, or as I call him Nipple Dude.
Skywalker here.
Actually, on this map, it actually is a good idea to play Luke Skywalker, or the hero, sorry, but not for the Imperials, because they get the Emperor and he really sucks in this game. Oh, speak of the devil.
We captured a command post. They've already lost. They just don't know it.
I'm genuinely surprised, like, I'm genuinely surprised, like, how overpowered the saber throw is in this game. For almost every hero gets saber throw.
The enemy is in control of another command post.
Which is weird because,
We gained a command post.
I don't know.
Enemy reinforcements are declining.
3, 2, 1. Ah, there he is.
Everybody will be back.
Yeah, I don't think so. And that's our second victory. That was actually pretty quick, actually, now that I think about it. Actually, I would have to say that Death Star is definitely my favorite map, especially in this game. Oh, and now we're on to Hoth Hunt. Oh, we're going to be fighting Wampas. This is going to be fun. So, for this map, there's actually a secret spot that my buddy actually told me about. And whenever I play BF2 at his house, we always go to that spot because that's the ideal spot to, you know, camp out in. Assuming the Wampas don't get you first. But what I found out was when you play solo, especially on this map, you definitely want to be out in the open because there's less opportunity for you know, for you to get squashed. And these Wampas are brutal. Like they're like they come running at you, and if they get close to you, you're gonna die. Come on, you stupid Wampas. Well, that didn't work. Oh, I guess that worked out. Uh-oh. No, I'm getting swarmed. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Into the trench. Huh. I guess the auto turrets took care of him. Yeah, the closer you get to a Wampa, the more likely it is you're gonna die. So it's either better to have a close range weapon yourself, or you know, attack them from range. So this is where the marksman is really good. Just any class that is better at range is good, because Wampas, especially, they excel at close. Okay, I don't know what that was about, but that's not good. I'm pretty sure we're about to get swarmed. Yep. It's always that one Wampa that gets you. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to play Vanguard and just, well, roll with the punches and just use a rocket launcher. The mines especially are really good on this mode, because they just step on the mines and they go flying. It is amazing. And you can tell how badly I am at marksman, because I cannot hit my shots. Oh god! Huh, that worked out. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, they took out the goat guy. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay a bunch of mines and let them basically walk into the mines, and hopefully that'll extend them out. If not, I have my pistol, and if that fails, I have my rocket launcher. And if all else fails, I have my grenade. So it should be okay. But they come out of the woodworks, like... It's insane how fast they can swarm you. Just don't play Hunt on Geonosis. It's kind of like playing Hunt on Endor, because... Oh, and I just took out like 3 guys. Shit. Come on, you stupid Wampa. And there he goes. Excellent. Oh, guys! And he just hopped. Wonderful. He just hopped right over my rocket. The AI was way ahead of its time. Come on. Whee! Yeah, as I was saying, it's like playing Hunt on Endor as the Empire. You're playing the sniper class, which is not optimized for Hunt. And another guy just died because of the explosion, so I hope you're happy. Actually, I think the worst map for Hunt is actually Naboo, because you're playing as the droids, and if you play as the droids, you're at a significant advantage, and you're fighting the Gungans. Now, don't get me wrong, the Gungans are a capable fighting force, but there's kind of a reason why I don't. You don't play Hunt on Naboo. The idea is basically you want to stay as far away from these guys as possible. As I've said, like, many times. I may actually, after I'm done Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, I may actually start doing what is it? I may start doing the first Knights of the Old Republic. I was thinking about doing that for a while, actually. God damn it! Stop with the frickin'... Stop getting so close to them! I'm actually gonna go switch out. I'm gonna switch classes because, actually, maybe I'll do that later, but, it's easy to forget that, the Wampas are very intimidating. Especially, like, when I watched Empire when I was younger, the part with the Wampas always, like, freaked me out. It doesn't help that, Family Guy Star Wars, kind of soldered it a little bit with, the Cookie Monster joke. Even though that is quite funny. I think the best maps are actually from, Empire. In terms of this game and any other, like, Star Wars game that has maps like this. That could just be me, though, because I play this game, like, religiously. Is it just me being really immature? Does it sound like the Wampa is mooing? I don't think I'll be doing a playthrough of the campaign because, oh dear God, like I was gonna go off on a bit of a rant about how the Nightfall mission is probably the hardest level in the game. But I've heard people say, oh, just play the engineer class with a shotgun and you can repair with the engineer class and you can repair the library shelf things. Well, you try doing that. It may have worked for you, but when you're fighting Jedi and all you have is a little pew-pew gun, you're not really doing much.
On the side.
Oh shit. Shit, that was close. There we go. Only problem with the engineer class is that... Never mind. Only problem with the engineer class is you don't get a secondary weapon. You get your fusion cutter, which lets you repair things. But I do like the Wookiee warrior because of the bowcaster is pretty awesome, actually, now that I think about it. And not just anybody can use the bowcaster. you have to have both. You have to have an understanding of the weapon itself because it is crafted by the Wookiees in question. I imagine that the reason Han was able to use it was likely because he had an intimate familiarity with it. He's never had an opportunity to try it out because he's just so used to his own blaster itself, which makes sense. But not only that, we have to understand the recoil behind the weapon, despite the fact that, well, you know, this is a laser weapon. But that's beside the point. But and also you have to remember it has explosive force behind it. Like this thing took down a speeder bike going, well, it wasn't up at full speed, but it was just enough. It was getting close to full speed. And it took that thing out no problem. Come on. Aw, man, I thought I was gonna survive that. Now, if I remember correctly, actually, I believe the idea for Return of the Jedi was that they were actually going to have it take place on Kashyyk, which was home of the Wookiees, but they decided not to do that. And don't get me wrong, the Ewoks are not a... There's no problem with... I don't have a problem with the Ewoks. In fact, I think it's actually kind of interesting that they took... They're basically using guerrilla warfare, in which, you know, a technologically inferior force takes out a technologically superior force. And it's the tactics that they use that are actually the most interesting, because they use, like, a giant log to take down the chicken walkers. And that's victory number 3. We have 2 more maps to go. And then there's also, well, you know, the whole... They have, like... And they basically use, well, nature against... They use what they have at their disposal, which is mostly just rope and the trees and all that, and, well, rocks. And apparently that apparently works. Which is fine. I mean, Stormtrooper armor isn't exactly designed for, you know, physical... to take out... to, resist physical objects. Like rocks and all that, but at the same time, you have to admit, though, it is kind of ridiculous. It's just a little bit ridiculous that I can suspend my disbelief. It's just enough. I actually really like this one. It's a shame they didn't port the Kashyyk ports to this one. That would have been amazing, actually. Now that I think of it. Now, if you were to ask me, like, which faction I would actually want to go with, in terms of, like, loyalty and all that, and be a soldier in, I'd probably either say Republic or Empire. Maybe Rebels. It really depends. But if we're including, like, New Republic and, you know, First Order and Resistance and all that, maybe, possibly, and Yu Zhongvong and all that, I would definitely have to say that, who the hell keeps firing at me? I don't remember the droid's weapons doing that much damage. for like they have really good. Their weapons are really good, and they're trained to think independently, which makes them vastly superior to the droids.
Post has been lost, but not the battle.
And also, you've got like commando. You got commando units like the Clone Commando. You've got ARC Troopers,
Another command post for the
which is
Republic.
great actually. I like the ARC Troopers quite a bit. And then you got specialized clone units, such as I don't know, the clone assassins, the clone pilots.
Post for the Republic.
There's a lot of good.
Are being depleted.
And then for CIS, all their stuff is they can pump out a lot of droids because the droid production is basically a dime a dozen. Which is really saying something. And well, they've got the commando droid, and they got a lot of specialty units specifically for dealing with Jedi specifically. So you've got droidicas or rollies. You got and even their baseline soldiers, the B1 in large groups, is scary as hell, especially in large groups. And that's basically what the CIS was able to do. Was they were able to shit. That was close. Their biggest tactical advantage was the swarming technique.
We got droidicas.
Oh, why not play as Yoda?
Yoda, I am. Fight I will.
Yoda, I am. What's crazy is that, and also they've got the sniper droidica. They've got commander droids. They've got super battle droids. They've got
Tired I am. Rest I must.
yeah, I think that's mostly their specialty units. And they've got variants on the commando droid, like the one that has like the shield. In terms of like navies and all that,
Lost control of a command
I'd probably have to say like Republic has a really good navy, but
Files have gained a command post.
their navy, like their fighters are superior to the droids, but their cruisers were basically the first generation of Star Destroyers. The Venator was, I think, actually no, the Acclamator was their battleship, main warship. The Venator was both a warship and a transport ship. What the hell? Whereas the CIS have a better formation in terms of navy. They've got the Lucre Hulks, they've got Providence class, Munilus class, which are all great warships, and they come from corporations, so which physically built these ships to deal with pirates. So they're more than capable of taking on a full armed force.
Reinforcements are being depleted.
Oh, calm down. We're only at 102. But where the droids lack is their fighter variety. Like, don't get me wrong. Vulture droids, Tri-Fighters, Hyena Bombers. Yeah, that's pretty much it for their fighter variety. Which is unfortunate, to be honest. Oh, they've got the buzz droids, which can literally rip apart ships. Which is really a shame, because if they had employed it more aggressively, they could have had, like, they could have easily won more space battles. Oh shit, Rolly. Oh, I'm in trouble. God damn it. Now, turning our attention to the Imperials and the Rebels, the Rebels' biggest strength was their ability to basically stay on the move, so the Empire could never track them. And when they did settle in one place, it ultimately was one of their biggest downsides, is they could never have an established base. God damn it! I think I've died more times on this map than all of the other maps combined, and that's saying something.
Yoda, you summon.
Alright, let's try this. Let's try doing this with Yoda again. And also, I think the Rebels have the biggest advantage in terms of species variety, like in terms of their members, because the Empire was basically anti-non-human, so anti-alien. What the hell?
Command post under attack. Reinforcements are
Even I freely admit that's one of the Empire's biggest weaknesses, is that they put so much into that rhetoric, rather than, you know,
Republic is in control of the command post.
improving their military effectiveness.
Another command post under Republic control.
Again, go back. Okay, so going back to the Rebels. So the Rebels they employ a lot of hit and run guerrilla style warfare, which is great because that's exactly what you need to do in order to take down the Empire. Now, if you had given the Empire another 10 years and maybe take the Death Star thing out of the equation completely, the Empire would have definitely had the resources to definitely defeat the Rebels. But this is one of the oldest, like, tactics in the book. It's one of the oldest things in the book. And I believe it was Robin Hood, from Kevin Costner's Robin Hood, that basically said this. But if one free man fighting for his home is more powerful than 10 hired soldiers. And, well, the Rebels had a good navy, but they mostly converted ships that weren't designed for combat to be combat ships. Like their Nebulon Bs they had maybe one medical frigate, which was one of the Nebulon Bs. And then you had the Mon Calamari Star Cruiser was one of the best ships that they had because it could go to toe with a Victory class Star Destroyer or an Imperial 2 Star Destroyer, which is pretty impressive because the Mon Calamari were like some of the best shipbuilders ever, and they were competing with Kuat graveyards and all that. So yeah, the Rebels had the X-Wing, they had the A-Wing, they had the Y-Wing, they had the B-Wing, they had a lot of good starfighter variety, not to mention they had Luke, they had Han and Chewie with the Falcon, so they were in terms of fighters, in terms of small craft, they had a massive advantage over the Empire. And speaking of the Empire, for this last map, we're actually going to play the Empire. Now, if you were to ask me what the Empire's biggest strengths was, well, conscription, because they could turn out a lot of these stormtroopers. Then again, the stormtrooper wasn't given the best training; they were given serviceable training. They weren't there to, you know, conduct warfare. They were meant to provide security, and well, unfortunately, this also led to, as the years went by, because of someone that I will not mention. It's not who you think it is. It's actually Tarkin, believe it or not. But I might go off on a rant explaining why I don't like Tarkin. But basically, he had they encouraged the military, like stormtroopers and regular troopers, to be ruthless towards denizens, which is not what you want to do when you're the most powerful faction in the galaxy at that time. Not to mention you had Vader, so yeah, you're already at a big advantage right there because Vader is Vader. The Empire had a lot of secret projects, like the Dark Trooper project, intense that we'll do. Well, that's actually phase 1 of Dark Trooper, actually, I believe. And also they had vast resources. They controlled most of the, almost all of the entire galaxy. Save for the planets that were recaptured by, liberated by the rebels. Not that that's a bad thing or anything, but... And also, it's kind of interesting that they left the Hutts alone. And the rebels never tried to employ the Hutt cartel. Oh crap! Ah!
We've lost the command post.
The resources from the Hutt cartel would have been a major boon for the rebels, I think. But then again, they were getting most of their earnings off the black market. And often, the Empire had to resort to hiring bounty hunters to take out key players of the Rebel Alliance, or just denizens in their own government, because, well, they just would not comply. And that leads to another thing, which was the consolidation of all the power to one guy, i.e. the Emperor. I think that if they had allowed themselves to spread out and maybe, I don't know, consolidate power within a medium-sized group of people, rather than just consolidate all the power to one person and leave it up to the governors and all that, and I just killed myself. No, wait, never mind. I think that would have benefited them greatly. And as for their, well, they had some of the, I mean, their armor, their vehicles were okay, I guess. I mean, you had the chicken walker, you had the camel. Those two had, massive weaknesses. But they were so...
The command post is no longer under Empire control.
They were so... Oh, god damn it. But they were so intimidating, and they were relatively powerful enough to get the job done.
We've lost the command post. Take it back.
In and of itself, that's fine. And now it's Darth Vader time.
I'm meeting my master.
And I thoroughly appreciate that. Oh, there's Leia. I completely forgot about Leia. The Empire often had, in terms of the Force users they actually had, they were mostly failed knights or failed Padawans or fallen knights, and the Jades could just turn them into visitors. Specifically hunt down Jedi because, the Rebels had the biggest advantage because they had a few Jedi on their side. There weren't a lot of Jedi left because of the Purge, but that's still pretty significant. And as for their navy, the Empire had, they had the Star Destroyers, they had the Super Star Destroyer, they had a bunch of smaller cruisers, but I would argue that their biggest weakness in this field was definitely the TIE series, not just specifically the TIE Fighter, because their interceptors were really good, even though they weren't really designed for, long-term combat. You had the TIE Bomber, which is a really good bomber. And yeah, that was, you had the TIE Interceptor, you had the TIE Defender, the TIE Silencer.
Hostile reinforcement count is diminishing.
They're all over.
And yeah,
Let's take him out.
that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I will see you guys next time. And I apologize for all the ranting, but I wanted to kind of get this done, and it just came to mind and all that. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. See you later.